Hello Shenmue fans, welcome to my channel. I am Richard81, known as Ryan Salazar, and I am also the guy who's done the fight choreography, and not just the fight choreography, but my moves are used, my looks are used, my image is used, essentially, to make Shenmue. And what else is there to say? Thank you. But anyway, I want to, get more into detail about what I think what I think about, so what I think about Shenmue, and what I think about how to get my kicks better. And not that they're not good now, but it's like this. I think, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm right. I'm going off of an opinion from a master, a Subakdo master in Korea, South Korea. And he told me to do 1 to 2 to 300 kicks a day. Or was it 2 to 300 kicks a day? I don't quite remember exactly what he said, but I do remember that he was telling me to do like in the hundreds of kicks every day. Now, he said to do that to get your talent back, to get good or better in karate. Now, how to explain this to you? If you look at some people on the internet, and this is the way I used to be when I was age, 13, 14, that young of an age, because I remember doing this move in my restroom, also with the mirrors in my house. There's a big mirror in my old house and a big restroom, and I would just hold my leg up in the air, like that. The leg would go up in the air and hold a side kick at 13, 14 years of age. Just because I trained at age 14 doesn't mean I didn't have this talent at 13 or 12. I've had it all my life. And that's why I am mentioning that also. Okay, so now, see, if this is what I'm thinking about, what I'm trying to figure, what a master from South Korea told me, and he says to do 2 to 300 kicks a day. Well, what I really think actually is that I don't know if I can just do 200-300 kicks a day, and it's going to depend on what kind of kicks are they, because some kicks require more balance, some kicks require form to use and power or speed, or they vary. Different kicks in karate, like the way you do them, and if you're going to cock your leg back when you do a roundhouse kick, or you're going to set it down then bring it back, it's all varied. And so really what I'm thinking is, this is what I'm thinking. This is my analysis. When I watch movies, because I learned to do some karate moves that inspired me from watching JCVD and Bloodsport and Kickboxer, and even Kickboxer 2, with such actors from, TV. And so what I'm thinking is that, because I've watched The Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita, I'll just do front kicks. This is what I'm thinking that I should do front kicks and just keep doing front kicks. Just maybe I should just stand in place and do the front kicks like they were, because I had what it is, I had some lessons on my phone or my laptop with via camera, and they gave me a few lessons from South Korea. So what it is, I think what's best for me to get this talent back, to increase my balance, to increase my form, to increase my power, what I'm planning on doing is just the front kicks. And I know the way, the mental state I'm going to do, I'm going to use, and when I say do, the mental state of mind that I'm going to keep in mind implementing the right technique, the right consistency of, balance in that. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say everything I'm thinking because, I'm spiritual like that to do that. And if you know, karate is a spiritual martial art. So don't overdo it. Don't underdo it. But do it just right. It's all about balance. And so what I'm thinking, and it doesn't matter, let me say this. Karate is a Eastern martial art, and it's a medicinal martial art too, if you keep that in mind. If you watch The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi has herbs and supplements he uses for, Daniel LaRusso's ailments, his conditions, his medical conditions, like how to explain it. In Western world, in the Western world, what do? If we don't know someone who's from the East, if we don't know people that think outside the Western box, the Western state of mind, we're just going to give somebody, medication prescribed. And what is it, the difference between Eastern medicine versus, let's say, go from here. Yeah, East is out here. And then this is the way it's my mirroring image. I don't know. But to me, East is to the East. West is to the West. Europe and mostly America. In America, the pharmaceutical company is made to make money. They try to make money with the Western medicine, and so they try to, maintain a condition. They don't want to cure you. They want to maintain your condition if they can. Just because Western medicine is proven and protected by the medical systems and society around their country, it doesn't necessarily mean that the doctors want to cure you. What they're made to do is they give you 15 minutes in a doctor's office, and they give you medication, and they prescribe medicine. So they're making money from prescribing medications. That's how they make their money. And that's how the pharmaceutical companies make their money too. Do you know how many pharmaceutical companies there are in America? And you know how many side effects that come with those medicines? Do you know how many bad things there are with those medicines? Do you know that there may be cures for some people that are special in Hollywood or in, people of stature in life? Well, I know I'm worthy of that. I know I'm supposed to be that already. But when I've got people in the way that, I don't want to mention names, but they're in the way, get out of the way and let me get better and let me get my foot where it needs to go, because it doesn't need to go in someone's ass. It doesn't need to go there. It just needs to go in the door. And don't let me offend people, but I needed this all my life. And this is what I'm trying to get at. And the context I'm using is because my human rights, I feel like, are violated. In this country of the United States, I'm violated. My rights are violated. And because somebody says they're better with more standards and morals, they're not. They're not, okay? Because those people are hypocrites, really. They don't want to tell you that. So, okay, that's what I'm thinking. That's my mind. I'll speak my mind because I should. Why do I speak my mind? I have every right to that freedom of speech. And now, so when I'm saying that's what Western medicine is. Eastern medicine, they have doctors and people, herbalists, people that are spiritual in other countries. They can even, put their hands on you and cure you in some countries. And it's a spiritual part of the world, the Asian side. What I think that Asian people need to understand, that where I'm coming from, if people in Michigan are discriminating against my human rights, please understand my point of view. They're white people, and you look at this, I'm Mexican. Okay, I'm Spanish, I'm Mexican, but I've got the white man in America that probably is evil in Michigan. And I can't just, pretend that I'm respecting them when they, when people are involved with this, kind of a, how to say it? It's a misunderstanding, really. I think that if my image is misrepresented by the Michigan police, by the authorities here, by people that don't know me even at all personally, and people that may say they know me, but they're lying about me. But this is what I'm thinking, because I'm supposed to have had my copyrights or my royalties or all these things a long time ago. And I did earn my respect in a federation that is like how to say this. If they don't want to talk to me, if they don't want to accept me, well, they discriminate against me. And I feel like they may be even like racist, or I don't know what the word is, discriminate against my disability, or they're racist, or like a numerical number of things that I just don't understand. So that's why I'm wanting people from the East to understand. Here's the problem here. I can't even get good grades in school because why? I'm not considered and accepted to people. I've always been a darker skinned person. I've always been like a person with disabilities. And that's not always, okay, I haven't always been a person with disabilities, but because my skin is a little darker, because I look a certain way, I feel like I'm hated here. I feel like I'm risking my life to live my life. I feel like people just don't like me, and I don't know if I have a chance making it in life. But I have to avail what I'm trying to become, because this is what Detroit is like. Welcome to Detroit. Welcome to the D, where people don't give a D about you. It's all about them. They're special. They're competing with everybody. But I had my degree, and I'm not supposed to be living here under these conditions. But people don't want to claim me because people get jealous of everybody. Everybody says, oh, I'm special. I work harder than you. Maybe you go into a factory and work hard. Maybe people do that. That's not the life I've wanted all my life. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to explain it, because it's been going on for far too long. And just because I might have family members that want me to work at Ford Motor Company all my life, it doesn't mean that's what I really wanted. You see? So I can't speak for maybe somebody that sold my degree to some neighbor or something that, hey, what am I going to say? I don't know what to say. When somebody would just, because I had this degree in my possession in my room, and then I remember I was working overtime one day, and then, yep, it's gone. Come back, it's gone. I worked overtime in my history, and, I had to, or I didn't have to, but what I didn't really understand and know is that I might have siblings that are more favored by my parents. And who am I? Well, if I could paint, if I could do art, maybe I'd be more special. Maybe there's some even some correlation to the tiger on the back, but I don't even want to say that, because it's probably credited to somebody from, it's just, this is something that I cannot just explain, because the credit, when they sell something, it goes to somebody else, but I don't know who drew the tiger really. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking, but I'm kind of curious. I'm wondering. But that's an idea, and let's not give that person the credit. Let's give someone else the credit. Maybe they have to be Japanese. I don't know. But that's part of the problem with this. Okay, so here's what I'm saying here, okay? I had these ideas, and this is all about fight choreography, ideas, and it's about, it's a lot of different things going on here too. It's kind of like Hulu. It's kind of like Hulu because when you can't structure things, when nobody cares, and nobody wants to help you, you have to try to organize it the best you can, and at the best kind of hierarchy, and then you gotta consider all the stages, all the things, and to break it all down. I'm trying to sort it out, break it down, but imagine like a one-man army, a POW, a prisoner of war. I've been like that my whole life, and I don't want to make I might be a Salazar, but my Salazar family don't give a damn about me anyway, I don't think. None of them do. That's what I don't say. I don't say that my relatives in Texas, most of them, or a few of them that are special to my own Salazar family here, they don't really care about me, I don't think. They care about my dad maybe, but I don't want to just mention him. He's my father. See? I've got other problems. And then I've got family that, maybe a sibling or two, or three or more. Maybe I got more siblings in Detroit that are related to me. Maybe they're my half siblings. Well, I don't know. Do I know? No. Maybe there's something great that some family member did in Colombia. Maybe there's something great that my family did in Mexico that, I don't know. And You know, because sometimes I don't even think I know my own family. But that's literally, you know, how insane my life has to be. I kind of wonder, maybe I'm half Colombian. Maybe I'm not even Mexican. Maybe I'm all Colombian. But I'm thinking maybe I'm 50% Colombian sometimes. Well, I don't know. I don't know. If I'm Hispanic, if I'm Mexican, I definitely got French. Those guys are French. Bonjour. See? So there's just, you know, there's a whole lot to figure out with this Shenmue. But you have to kind of understand that this, you know, channel is, I'm doing this channel to benefit me mostly, but I'm also doing it to further inform people. Like, if you don't know me, if you don't know about Shenmue, this is actually an inside knowledge base of Shenmue that you're not going to know from anyone else, because they're not going to say these things unless they become made official. And you know, that's why there's people that tell me, and you know, but not only me, but you know, some cures come from a good lifestyle. You heal yourself when you've got money and you're somebody, you know, you're respected. Your body just, your brain heals itself. But what I'm saying here, there's that, and then there's also the factor to consider that, you know, if you get to be someone prestigious or somebody accepted already in like the Hollywood industry or a film industry, I don't even have to go to Hollywood. I mean, I might as well go to another country to be accepted there if I am. But I don't even know what I would do with my life. See, I think there's cures like for special people, athletes, politicians, actors, celebrities. There's cures for them. It's available to them. And that's why they have the pharmaceutical companies, I believe, that are, you know, made to, they're made to make money amongst normal people, regular people, or people that are just not as special people in the world. But I'm supposed to be special, I believe, from a degree. Now, it's the problem I have when you've got people that are like, you know, just jealous anyway. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. And I come from a place where Detroit is not easy to make it. It's not easy to make it here. You know, not everybody leaves Detroit. Not everybody leaves here. Some people just live here, die here. And not everybody can make it out of Detroit. Some people fight their whole lives to make it in Detroit, and they don't make it. Some people make it out of here. If you make the right moves, you make the right choices, you look good enough, you make it out of here. You're lucky. People have enough sympathy for you or whatever it is. You make it out of here alive. You'll be somebody. But that's Detroit, because people work very hard here. I know this is the working state. They've got the big three here, and you've got the car companies here. You've got Dearborn with their history, Thomas Edison, and all this going on. But we've also got the veterans here. And where I train is like a veterans facility or something, some military facility. And with all, you know, due respect, I earned my respect at the time. But then what happens, there's these two students in the class, and to my knowledge, they didn't earn a degree from that year. And they probably will deny that they were in that class in 1995. They probably will. To protect their reputation today. One or two of those students may have been in the Army or the military or the Coast Guard. How am I going to know? I haven't seen this person since 2004. You know, what am I going to say about that? She says to me, like, or to somebody she's talking to, you know, it's all about her, really. What am I supposed to say? I guess don't say nothing. You never did nothing anyway to help me. Really, I don't know. Did you? It's, you know, I don't know what to say either. But what I do know is I wouldn't be living in Detroit if I had a choice. But I don't know what's going to happen here, because there's good history I have here, and then there's bad history, you know. Probably some of my enemies are the only friends that I've ever had, and that's because of all the rumors, all the bad things being said about my image, my reputation here. But you know something? I'm the only Ryuzuki who's the real one in the world to start. And there might have to be other ones because people want to worship a calf. Get a golden calf, make it out of gold, and worship it, praise it, like they do in the Moses days of the Bible, whatever it is, the Torah, and whatever. Do that. Find another one. I mean, you might want to, but you might not want to. And the reason I have proposed this to my teacher to use my fight choreography for the video games is because I wanted to be a martial arts movie actor one day. That's why I told my Kyo-san this. He left the Federation in 1996. And there's more, but I won't say more. But I don't know why he left in 1996. But he did give me an undocumented degree. He didn't want me to lose it. I wanted to get a safe for it. But then I'm living in a family with a religious background that will think, oh, you might want to get a gun. I don't believe in guns because, this federation right here doesn't believe in, hurting people with weapons. This federation believes in self-defense only. And it doesn't believe in, hurting people. And I took an oath for this, and I followed it. That's why I didn't use, karate or martial arts in 1995, because I would have just murdered people with my moves. And I'm not bragging, but that's what I really felt my moves were so lethal and powerful that year. Okay. So now what I'm trying to say here, I'm at 22 minutes here, but this broadcast is intended to promote some positive things too. Now about some of the ideas I have. Okay, and I'm not getting a pen for this. I don't even have an LLC right now, but this is what I'm saying here. Is that okay? So here's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I've got some other ideas too for my, and this is assuming that maybe I'm just directing these or giving somebody some film ideas. I don't know, but we all think of ourselves sometimes as directors and the film industry and that. Waiting for the noise to fade away. Right. Okay, now Streets of Rage is inspirational to me in my younger days. So I've kind of been thinking, and I once knew this teacher. I don't know what happened to him, what became of him. I remember he reminded me a lot of Brad Pitt. Yeah. But yes, and so anyway, I remember he had blonde hair at the time. Sometimes blonde hair changes. People lose their blonde hair. It's just the way that kind of gene is. The Gen X of that is like that. Okay, so when I remember this teacher, he taught me to listen to classical music when I had something bother me but not just when something would bother me, but not that things were bothering me, but what it primarily was, he did say this: listen to classical music because it's good for your mind. And it's good for my mind, so it's good for everybody's mind to listen to classical music. Mozart, Beethoven, I don't know them all really, but the classical music, the instruments, it's good to listen to it. It gives you peace of mind. It settles your mind down. So I like to listen to classical music. I like to have peace of mind. But, see, so that really, that's why, when you're trying to be organized, you're trying to be structured, you want to think like that too. Um, Not that everybody comes from a structured family, from an organized family, but when you avail these talents for the martial arts, if you have them, people start to respect you at the time. And when they respect you, you get their approval, their appreciation. But, it starts with something. And it starts, because see, these talents, these are moves for the Shenmue fight choreography, and even maybe it's the Kazama style or whatever for Jin, maybe the Mishima styles in it. Um, my moves, my own movements, my own moves, whether it's the drive-through roundhouse or a spinning sidekick, there's different moves that are used from that year. There may be, you know, different ways to express that, but those are my own moves or they're moves from the Federation. But they're moves that I actually did too for Tekken. It needs to be determined, by like a professional martial artist, experts, essentially. And yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking that, you never know. And if I could get healthy enough, because see, there's only so many people that have this old school martial arts talent in the industry, and that can avail themselves with the right looks, the right features. But I once knew that teacher, and sometimes I'm thinking like, well, what if I just dyed my hair blonde and change my hair, change my looks or whatever, whatnot. I think I could maybe even be the Axel Stone in a movie. If I would gain a real part, there's so many other ideas I had. I had an idea before this Metal Gear Solid movie came out, but then this idea was presented to the British have it now. So they have a Metal Gear Solid movie. I've never seen it, but I do wonder if he does martial arts, if he does the fight choreography that I've done, or because they've changed that up too. I noticed in another, further Metal Gear Solid games, they have the cyclone that Ryuzuki does, which I've got to still do that again and tuck in my knee differently. I think I can do it. Even without my training, I know the technique. I think I can still do it. But this talent comes from training. And, you have to do this just right. So to do it right, you do it right. But I can't help, let me say this. I can't make people like me. I can't make them hate me. I can't do anything. I don't know what I can do. But I do know that, I can't help it. And I'm not giving up on who I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do with my life. There's people that like people. There's people that hate people. There's people that, I don't know what to do. As I don't want to worry about what people think. It's just what my problems are basically is coming from, history. In my history, I'm having to fix this somehow, but it's harder to do when you have no support, when you have people that give you little support or barely little to some support. And then once you have money, once I'm funded, because I did get, I lost my royalty money, I lost trademarks or copyrights to some, false pretense of a scheme or relationship with some friends or whatever, or GF, whatever. I don't know what to say, but this is what I would say. I have to have some money, and I do think I'm a prominent man to have done this for the video game industry, for my karate federation, for the whole world, for military personnel, for teachers, for students, for all kind of people. I did Shenmue. I did the fight choreography, and a lot of those ideas, you see, I don't know what it is, but I do believe that I think perhaps people know that this was sold to Japan, maybe, because I don't know why am I doing the moves? See, let me ask you, why am I doing these Shenmue moves? Am I just bluffing and full of crap and lying to you all? No. I'm not lying to you, and I'm not telling people that, oh, I'm just a fraud. I'm doing the moves anyway. No, because this is, real proof here, and it's evident that if I have these looks for Shenmue anyway, and I have features and still have this, and I still have, avail of the talents that not everybody can just do three kick strings. Not everybody can just do, a tornado kick and, thunder kick and all these whatever moves are close to the Shenmue fight choreography still. Not everybody can just do this because, if I had what I needed, the money that was supposed to be my money, then what? I wouldn't be living in Riverview, Michigan. I wouldn't be stuck here because this is like Back to the Future, going back to 1955, literally, and then you don't make it past that road, and then what happens? You're stuck in the past. That's really what happened. What if Marty McFly didn't get to that? He didn't pass that he's on the road, and that DeLorean did not, at the right second, at the right time, he didn't get Back to the Future. You see, this is what it's like. I'm stuck in the past. And I kind of wonder, and I don't want to just talk like I'm crazy or nothing, but when I trained, so when I was living in Melvindale, Michigan, they have this Allendale Elementary School combined with so what is it? I believe it's kindergartners with elementary. I don't even know if they got junior high students mixed in there, but I know they've got, so what it is, it's Allen Park, and it's Melvindale students all going to Allendale. And before they had these schools called Evans Elementary, Meade Elementary, maybe it's like the Meade backpacks or folders, trapper keepers, whatever they are, I don't know, 5-star. See, Meade has their own school supplies. And then you've got, these schools, I don't even know if there's relations to that. Like they used to have Evans, they used to have Meade, they used to have Palmer. I used to live in a house on Wall Street right behind Palmer School in Melvindale, Michigan on Wall Street. And it's funny because there's somebody that knows someone or that lives there or whatever. They've got my footprint on this cement pavement. And I don't know why it says a different birth date there, but I think what happened is there was a mistake it was a mistake. It wasn't really like my birthday's different. What I was told, it was like somebody was thinking of something. I don't even know if it's what it is, but it's got like my name or something there, and that's where I used to live. But it's got my footprint in Smave, and it's cement pavement. Don't want to stutter. And like having dyslexia, you don't want to show that, you don't want to unveil that. So, yeah. Now, so you've got these schools, you've got them, and then you've got this. But what I'm saying about these schools and about this, what's weird to me about this Allendale, if you look at the clock on there, it's got like this clock that is so much, and the building of that Allendale looks exactly like the Back to the Future building. It's really weird to me because, I don't know, kind of funny in that I know they got rid of all the baseball diamonds behind that Allendale. I have history there. It's not very good history. And I think what it is, people want to just, like, they don't want to just tell you these things, people in life, basically. They just want to say, I think what people are saying is that Ryan Salazar, his name's not going to mean nothing anyway. Well, this is the problem I've got. It's like, when I'm in Detroit, I can't make friends. I don't know how to socialize with people. I don't know how to start because I don't even trust some people here. Some people, I don't even trust them with my life. Because who I'm supposed to be in my history, I don't know how to move on and do something else because this has always been my passion, to be the martial artist I am, and then getting healthy and that. It's like, what am I going to do? Put on glasses, stand up, be mocked, be, made fun of? I don't want that. I don't want to be made a joke out of, and I don't want to be like, thought of as being disrespected for, because that degree I earned was special. And there's supposed to be copyrights, trademarks, royalties. I shouldn't even have to work. Really, for what I contributed to the game industry and the planet, I don't even think I should have to work. Like there's some people that they have lawsuits and they sue. I know a guy, and I won't say who he is, but I've heard that he gets $20,000 a month, and he fell off of hurt his back, but he gets 20 grand a month. And I'm saying, maybe a start for me is like 29 grand a month. And not that I would just, change my phone number and make fun of someone, but not that they're doing that, but I don't know what to say. Change your phone number, something else, 4729, whatever. I don't want to say the numbers. It ain't 07, it's 27, or what is it? Is it 29? I don't know. But I'm not going to just be, honest here, because it's hard to protect people when you've got to read between the lines, and you've got to understand, don't go too far, don't say names, broadcast just right. There's a whole lot I could say about myself, and because I've done this in my history, I am kind of arrogant, I am kind of proud, but that's my right to be that way. I did this, I earned something. And it's not that, I shouldn't be respected for that. If that's an achievement I have, well, I've got to be accepted for my achievements, I think. And to say somebody else did this and not me, it's supposed to be somebody else, give them the credit, give them the money. I have to kind of play worm here, play Earthworm Jim or something, and get through the system, and not that I'm a worm or a weasel, but I'm supposed to be a good, reputable man, good, reputable guy. And, to be not accepted or to feel not accepted, I don't know. Sometimes in my life, really, because, here's another point I want to say. Okay. I like Poland somewhat, but I don't want to just say that I like Poland, because I don't want to just people to think that all the time. And you notice how Russia has, history with the Germans, and then you've got, the Americans and other countries that have history with the Polish people. Back in those war days, what happened is, so the Germans were invading Poland, was it? And then the Russians were invading there too, or something. The Americans helped out the Polish people, and, because they had the Nazis and stuff going on. Was that Poland that Hitler invaded, and then, they had the Holocaust there, or, whatever. I know there's history that's kind of bad history, but this is my history. And I don't know, how am I supposed to say this to stop this from happening? I'm Spanish, I am Spanish, I'm Hispanic. And I get from people around here, they want to take that away from me too. They don't want me to be considered and categorized as Spanish. So that's something I'm offended by. And what I'm probably more or less, offended by, probably more offended, is that I dated, I come to this community, and there's predominantly Polish people around here in Wyandotte, in Riverview, Trenton. It's not that I don't like Polish people. It's not that I hate your people, but it's not that I want, Poland and people see, here's the problem here. I find that there's nice Polish people. I find that there's people that are not nice. It could be in any color, race, or background. But the problem I've got, I date somebody, but this is what I'm trying to say too. It was never a date, but this is the problem here. Okay, this girl, and it's just the problem. I know her body changed, and she's actually the same girl that was in that class but I don't know how to retrieve the evidence correctly. She's, they called her, and I don't want to get into it, but it's like, she was a part of my life for 3 years, okay? But this girl was Polish. And it's, there's history I know, and it's history that I believe, and it's history that I kind of compiled to figure that the neighbors even know this person. And then you've got the son knowing this person, and then you've got all the people. They know my karate teacher too. I've lived here since 1999. I moved here from Melvindale. If I had known that this girl was in the middle of all this going on, I would have not had nothing to do with her, probably. More than likely. And, I'm not exactly certain how much history she goes back into my history, because I do believe there's actually even a church that, there's this associate pastor, I'll say his first name, Chris, that knows this girl. And I don't know if he would even be honest, even if he's a Christian. It's just because he's Christian doesn't mean he's going to say he knows this girl named Sarah, okay? I don't even know that. I don't even know if he'd be honest, because it's all collaborating. People are collaborating to take me down, to make me look stupid, and that's another problem I've got. It's like the collaboration is corrupted and evil for money, for power, for gain, for sex, okay? It's a big problem, and, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Because I'm trying to do what I need to do in life to survive, to make it, and what am I supposed to do? I did all this crap. What do I get for it? I don't get nothing for it. I don't get my money. I don't get my compensation. I don't get my respect. I don't get nothing. For all I know, there's just a big cover-up for this Shenmue. And it's a big, big cover-up because people are just insane about, I want this guy to not be making it in Hollywood. I want him to not be in movies. I want him to die. Well, I'm not going to accept that shit because I earned this and I'm better and I'm worth something. And if I am, well, damn it, you better respect me for who I am because I earned Shenmue. I made Shenmue. I made it what it is. And without me, there would be no Shenmue. This is Retro Rizuki 81.